Good day to you both. It's been quite a long time. You're looking well as ever.
Hi, Adeline!
To what do we owe the honor today? Important business to discuss with Master Diluc, I presume?
That's right! Adeline, since we've run into you, maybe we could just get you to help us with this one. We always miss the winery's discount grape juice, so this time we decided to come here early. Can you reserve a bottle for us? We'll pay a deposit, just name the price.
Of course I can, and no deposit necessary. But I'm afraid you might be in for quite a wait. Dawn Winery's discount grape juice takes a long time to make. Every summer, Master Diluc handpicks 2 barrels of the finest grapes to turn into juice.
What? Why sell the good stuff at a low price? Shouldn't the best grapes be the most expensive?
Master has never explained his reasoning. If I had to guess, the discount could be a marketing technique. Special deals always attract customers. Perhaps Master hopes to increase the popularity of fruit juice so that people have more options when it comes to drinking. It makes an ideal alternative for the heaviest drinkers because they won't get drunk and start causing mischief. At the same time, those who don't drink alcohol get the chance to try something new. Master Diluc isn't all about money. I think he would prefer to see people drinking in moderation than chase bigger profits at any cost. Imagine if everyone could just enjoy a nice glass of wine and have a good time while keeping their wits about them and not creating trouble for others. Now, wouldn't that be a miracle?
Wow, Master Diluc's such a thoughtful guy. So, is Diluc picking out this year's grapes right now?
Not just yet. He has a few more issues to sort out first. He'll start the process as soon as those are out of the way. If you're interested, I'm sure Master Diluc would be delighted to see you and hear your thoughts. As you know, whenever Master Diluc catches wind of any unsavory guests showing up in Mondstadt, he takes it upon himself to go and greet them in person. It's the same story today. He should be somewhere near Falcon Coast. I'm not sure how long he'll be. In the meantime, would you like to take a seat inside? I have to stay here and wait for some other guests, but Hilly and Mako will be glad to take care of you.
Unsavory guests? What is that supposed to mean? Huh? You mean the dark and evil Abyss Order are up to no good again? In that case, Master Diluc's our friend. We can't sit here and do nothing.
If you're happy to help, that would be wonderful. Master trusts you after all, and you're both very capable. I know he'd appreciate a helping hand.
No biggie! The sooner Master Diluc is free, the sooner we can get a taste of that delicious grape juice. Come on! Let's go to the Falcon Coast! Is that a camp over there? Diluc is camping out in the wild? Huh. This is weird. Maybe these enemies are really tough, and it's turned into a long, drawn-out battle. Let's go check it out.
No time to lose.
Huh. This tent doesn't look like it belongs to Diluc. Maybe it's an adventurer camp. Oh, there's a piece of paper and a notebook over there. Let's read them. Judging by the tone, it seems like this was written by someone Diluc knows well. Let's call him Diluc friend for now. He saw something bad happen, wrote a note for Master Diluc, and then left. Huh. Isn't that pretty irresponsible? What if someone else had seen it? Also, he left his notebook behind. Now that Paimon thinks about it, you know that strange ley line deposit on the beach? Other than that, everything seems fine here. Not a monster in sight. Do you want to read Diluc's friend's notebook too? If not, let's head over and take a closer look at the ley line deposit. There are 2 notes here. Which one shall we start with? Paimon didn't follow all that. But it seemed to be about a previous battle Diluc was in? There are 2 notes here. Sounds like it was talking about Albedo. Did Diluc write a letter to Albedo? Whoa! Where did all these monsters come from? Wait a second. Is that Diluc? Huh. He looks kind of different than usual. Look at him go! So focused and full of energy! So this is Captain Pyro when he's in top form, huh? Hey, you're right! Now that Paimon looks more closely, this Diluc does look younger than usual. But what happened back then? Why is he fighting here? Guess we can just ask him about it when we see him. What should we do now? Okay, let's see how young Diluc used to fight. The fight is over. Diluc wiped the floor with them. Guess some things haven't changed. So is there any actual danger here? It looks like it's only these illusions from the past. So Diluc's already called it a day? Will more monsters come out if we go up to that weird ley line deposit again? And what about young Diluc? If it's like the other ley line deposits we've seen, then it should have disappeared now that all the monsters are defeated. No! Paimon's just a little worried is all. What if someone passing by gets curious, comes to check it out, then suddenly, yeah! A monster jumps out and clubs him over the head with a swoosh and a smash! That would be terrible. Because it sounds more dangerous that way. Anyway, we came here to help loop, didn't we? So let's stick around a little longer and make sure this place is completely safe before we head back. Not really. Paimon just wants some fancy grape juice. Come on, let's finish what we came for! When we get the grape juice, you can have some of Paimon's half!
Freeze!
Dissipate!
Cool it!
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
Lament! Worthless! Here!
Our bond is strong!
You can run! You can't hide! Riptide!
Freeze! Don't get frostbite!
Out of my way! Boba, get them! Out of the frying pan, into...
This moment will be frozen in...
You can run, but you can't hide!
Our bond is strong! I'll settle this!
Oh, so sorry.
I'll settle this! Dissipate!
Useless! Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Our bond is strong! Lightning terrified!
Disappear! Useless! Worthless! Here!
Our bond is strong!
There's no end to this. Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt! No time to lose.
40! Useless! Lament!
Another test subject.
Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here!
Suffocate.
That's it! Disappear!
Get across.
The day has finally come!
Stand with me!
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Our bond is strong!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
This can hurt! Lightning terrified! Dissipate!
Useless!
As a dutiful maid would, I'll catch up.
amateur mistake. Da, da, yeah, yeah, da, da, da. No time to lose. Da, yeah, da, you can run. No time.
This moment will be frozen.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Lightning terrified!
Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Da, da. Dodge this.
I'll settle this.
Cool it.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Alright, so, as you probably can tell, my mic forgot to record for the first part of this, but it's okay, because I made sure it's on this time while I'm actually, doing story stuff. Wait, I turned the thing off, I don't know where, oh wait, she's right there. Found her!
You're finally back. I didn't think you'd be gone for so long. Sorry if it was too much trouble.
I was gone for like a week.
That's okay. We did offer to help. So anyway, is Master D-Luke back yet? We didn't see him at Falcon Coast.
Sorry, I'm not sure of Master's whereabouts either, but I did hear that he recently visited Angel's Share. After dealing with this kind of trouble, Master is always careful to tie up all loose ends. It's become something of a routine. He should be back very soon. You needn't worry. In the meantime, please make yourself comfortable in the winery.
After all that, we managed to completely miss him. Oh well. Let's just wait for him at the winery this time. By the way, Adeline, how come you're always standing here at the door lately? Usually you're busy indoors. Hopefully you haven't been standing there waiting for Master D-Luke this whole time, 'cause that would be really tiring.
Oh, thanks for your concern. But I've actually been instructed by Master to meet with some special guests here. Certain guests may need reminding to stay away for the time being. Master hopes that under the present circumstances, these guests will keep an appropriate distance from the winery, so as not to make a difficult situation even more complicated.
Well, Paimon didn't understand any of that, but it sounds like a really important job.
That's very kind of you indeed, but you've already helped Master D-Luke out a great deal. You can let me take care of these time-consuming chores. There is one small thing you could do for me, though. Please, take this letter and place it on the table to your right as you enter the door. There are a few archived letters on that table already. Just put this one at the very top of the pile.
Is this a letter for Master D-Luke?
Yes, it's from one of his informants. Only those in Master's inner circle are permitted to handle it or serve as custodian.
Ooh, that means we're part.
Of course! Master D-Luke greatly values your friendship. Thanks again for the help.
Can I read this letter? Interesting, interesting. Can I read any of these letters? That's what I want to know. Oh. Oh, there's a lot.
Whoa, there are so many letters here. It looks like D-Luke read them just before he left. He must have been in a hurry. Adeline asked us to put this one at the top of the pile, but how are we supposed to tell the order of the other ones? Guess we'll have to read them to get an idea of when they came in. Oh, that's true. In that case, let's just tidy them up a little.
You're here. You move fast.
Oh, hi, D-Luke. I was about to read through your mail.
Woo! There he is!
What are you agonizing over?
Miss Adeline asked us to put these letters in a pile, and we can't tell which order they should go in. But, it's your personal mail, so it'd be rude for us to read them without your permission.
There's no need to be nervous, and I can see from the looks on your faces that they've grabbed your interest.
Ooh, we get to read them?
These letters deal with events that are past and gone. I only held on to them in case any of the information they contain proves useful later down the line. I just dug them out to confirm a few details. I've been following some rather unique developments recently. You were involved in the events in question anyway. You can read them if you want to. It's not a bad thing to be curious.
Hey, that's a good point. Actually, you kind of smell like wild mountain fruit. Oh, did you go to those mountains where the valberries come from?
Very perceptive. Yes, I did make a trip to the Stormbearer Mountains. I'll fill you in later.
No fair! We still have some super important things to discuss with D-Luke. Not to mention a whole bunch of questions. Alright, let's just sort these letters for him. Well, since he said he doesn't mind, why don't we read them as we go?
Oh boy. Ooh, where to start? Let's just go in order. Should I be reading these? To the heir of the Ragnvinder clan, I apologize for sending this letter without notice. You may not remember me, but we've met a few times. We met near the square where I set the table adjacent to yours at the Good Hunter, and I've seen you in your tavern. You were always busy with a great many things, especially back when you were much chattier than you are now. You spoke cheerfully, and often with your brother and friends then. It's probably no surprise that you did not notice me then, but I've always had my eye on you, child. I recall with crystal clarity how my little Clee once made a complete mess of your vineyard while she was trying to catch crystal flies there. Oh, this is from Alice then. Alright. But you didn't get angry. In fact, you personally escorted Clee back and even gave her a few bottles of fresh grape juice. Now I think I might jog your memory, yes? Clee recently told me that she hasn't seen that strange man with the red hair in ages. So I decided to look into it out of curiosity. My deepest condolences regarding your father. Tapping. In many of the stories I've been told, you are the model knight, proud, driven, a knight of noble character and lineage. But I know that you're gentler than you appear. If you weren't, you wouldn't have treated Clee the way you did. And since you helped my child out, I hope you won't mind if I treat you as if you were my own. Aww! Therefore, I sincerely hope that you will leave the dark place that you are presently in, and that you will not wallow in grief and remorse. Partings are most painful things, but they also encourage us to grow. A bird that has lost the roof over its head will fly further than others of its kind. Go out and see the world. That's the best course of action I can envision. Only by feeling, observing, and listening can your heart be healed. Parents all wish they can accompany their child forever, or their children forever, and the sky, seas, and stars bear witness to that oath. Everything that was your father now finds new life with you. That which you will experience in this world have been things that your father experienced once upon a time. I hope that the wind will bring you all manner of wondrous things in your journeys to come. In any case, keep your chin up, young child.
Huh. Paimon's not sure what this one's about.
Alice is so nice.
Shall we read another one?
Yes. And this one. Master. Master Kaya took leave and stayed at Dawnwater for a few days. In a rare turn of events, he decided to stay in his original bedroom. He would pace about the grounds when idle, and even asked Adeline to make him his favorite dishes. It really does take me back. I shall be honest with you, but I was quite surprised to hear Master Kaya say that he wanted to stay for a few days. We do not refuse him, however. We believe that even if you were here, you would not refuse him outright. Dawn Winery has always been a more quiet location, perhaps because all who stay here are rather peaceable people. Can't read. The house is made by those who live in it, and Master Kaya's uncommon arrival did end up livening the place significantly. I hope that you are doing well in your travels abroad. Everyone here at the winery misses you. May you remain safe and in good health.
Do you want to keep reading them, or have you got the gist now? Okay, remember, we're trying to figure out when each letter was written.
Oh no, I can only read one more? Ah! This one. Dear D-Luke, welcome back to Mondstadt, sir. It has been some time since the incident. We discovered that Iroch, I never knew how to pronounce that name, had betrayed us, and he has been punished severely. I hope that this news will put your mind at ease. In other news, our people have discovered that the Abyss Order has stepped up its activities between Wolvendom and Stonegate lately. Also, a mysterious individual that people are calling the Dark Knight Hero has suddenly started showing up out of nowhere all around Mondstadt City. He typically acts in the dead of night, and his intentions are currently unclear. Please stay safe and notify the Knights as soon as possible should you see anything suspicious. We will send support immediately. Whether you are presently in our ranks or not, all faithful Knights will remember your contributions to the Knights of Favonius. May you remain in good health. I'm not all set!
Then, let's put the letters in the right order.
I'm gonna have to look up what the other ones say. I'm not all
There's one
set.
thing we can take away from these. It's that Master D-Luke has had a pretty difficult past. Not only was he misunderstood by the Knights of Favonius, but he's faced all kinds of other obstacles too. Sounds like it's tough being Captain Pyro. Always fighting alone because, for one reason or another, it wasn't convenient for the people around him to help out. Yeah, that's true. Plus, he's got us now. We can give him all the help he could ever want. Oh, out of friendship, of course. Definitely not just for the grape juice.
I entirely forgot about the grape juice.
Wait, what?
Is he in his new outfit? Or past outfit? Heck yeah!
Is there a problem?
Master D-Luke, you're wearing your old outfit again? And you've tied your hair back.
Well, his hair's always tied back, it just looks stupid.
You look so formal all of a sudden.
Old outfit? You've seen it before?
Yup, it was by that leyline anomaly. That was your past self, right?
Huh. I'm surprised it made such an impression.
Do you mind telling us about it? What happened back then? Why were you fighting there?
The same reason as ever. Just stopping another Abyss Order plot. They launched an offensive on several fronts at once. Unfortunately for them, they were still no match for me. We were fighting in an area on Falcon Coast, and everything was recorded by the unusually active ley lines. They must have become unstable again recently, causing them to let out all kinds of information from that time. Hence why you saw what you saw. For starters, you only need to deal with the monsters and the ley line deposit will stay dormant, as long as it isn't disturbed again. On the other hand, if I'd done nothing at all, the Knights of Favonius would have taken over straight away. Knowing how they work, they'd be sure to send a large contingent to guard the site.
Wouldn't that have been a good thing?
Depends. Most of the Knights are away on expeditions, so they don't have a lot of people to spare. If the ley line anomaly was just a diversion tactic, the Abyss Order could have been poised to attack somewhere else entirely, while the Knights were scrambling to send what limited forces they have to Falcon Coast. But anyway, I have no interest in talking to the Knights of Favonius. I prefer to get to the bottom of things myself, rather than waste time negotiating with them. And it was easy enough for me to find out the Abyss Order's plans. Take a few Abyss Mages hostage, and they soon start talking. As for the Knights of Favonius, I've sent someone to enlist their cooperation where it's needed. It's their job to handle situations like this. They ought to be present when things come to a head. I don't like working closely with the Knights of Favonius because of our differences in philosophy. But that doesn't mean we can't watch each other's backs when it counts.
Whoa. Seems like you have even more control over things now than you used to, T-Luke.
The best way to deal with any threat is to utilize all the force at your disposal. Anyway, thank you for your help. Adeline brought me up to speed with everything. In return, I have a gift for your trouble.
Grape juice? The packaging is so fancy! It must be really expensive!
This is my personal favorite grape juice, made of the highest quality grapes. I happen to have an unopened batch, so I brought you a bottle to try. I didn't know you were such fans of grape juice. Next time you want some, don't bother waiting for the discount. Just go down to the cellar and help yourselves.
That's so nice.
It's on the house.
Woohoo! Paimon's gonna tell everyone we meet that we're VIPs at Dawn Winery! This one bottle must be worth at least, like, 50,000 mora! And he gave it to us for free! Thank you so much, Master D-Luke!
If you're free tonight, you're welcome to stay for dinner. Adeline is already making it.
Oh, heck yeah.
There are, however, a few things I need to take care of before dinner time. Yes, passiveness is not my style. Though I had my suspicions at the start, everything I've come across so far in my investigation suggests that the Abyss Order was not behind this. Since this arose from natural causes, it's time to wrap things up.
So what should we do? Right! Sure! After all, he did just give us this amazing grape juice. Wait, no. What was it? After all, even when the odds of success are 9 to 1, you must never lower your guard.
Well said. In that case, let's get going.
Okie dokie, Captain Pyro. You can take it a little easier this time. Come on, let's go! This is the final battle. Then we can put all this trouble behind us.
Alright, can I... Oh, I can read them! Yes.
These letters cover a whole load of different... We're really gonna have to study all the... Which letter do you want to read next?
Oh, so now these are all in order. D-Luke. Jean wrote to me lately with shocking news. If I don't miss my guess, she wrote to you too. Her sentiments are those of the Knights as a whole. Creepus was a good man, and I thought very well of him. It grieves me greatly to know that he met with such a fate. As for the defeat of the Drake, the honors for that accomplishment should go to your father. I do not accept his theft of the credit for that deed, which was brought with your father's sacrifice. Stolen credit will not be accepted within the Knights of Favonius under any circumstances. I will not permit it. I have already given Jean the authority to punish Iro with all necessary severity. The Knights will inform you of the results. I've heard that you've been taking some time off outdoors and that may not be easy to reach, so there is no guarantee that my letter will reach you. As such, I will stop here for now. If it does reach you, then I wish you good health and safety in your travels. Contact us if you need anything. I hope that falcon of yours will help put this letter in your hands. I mean, I don't write in person very often, you know. These may seem like pointless words to you right now, but remember, even the greatest of disasters must come to an end. Mondstadt waits for your return, and if you're willing, the Knights will always welcome you. If you're not, forget I said anything, yeah? Who could have that been from, like, Varka, maybe?
These letters were really gonna... Which letter do...
Very pleased I can read all these. Tidily written... That's the one I read, right? Neatly written. Dear Mr. D-Luke, it is my pleasure to investigate the ley lines alongside you. As you know, my focus is on alchemy, so my knowledge of the ley lines remains quite shallow. It's nighttime now. And I fear that I will only be able to share what little understanding I have. So this is albedo, then. According to my pre-existing documents, the ley lines can be seen as a medium for storing information. Under certain circumstances, they can record activities that occur in the area around them. All this information goes through a recording and storage process. After a certain period of time, they may be released once again by the ley lines. If I may be so bold as to make a guess, there should be a method to activate the ley lines. Those who grasp such methods can control the times at which the ley line information is recorded and released. Judging from the runic symbols and some other clues, I surmise that there are particular members of the Abyss Order who may have Judging from the runic symbols and some other clues, I surmise that there are particular members of the Abyss Order who may have a very small chance of being able to achieve this. If you believe that this requires further investigation, these entities may serve as your point of entry. I wrote a paper a few years ago in which I covered my brief foray into questions concerning the flow of ley lines and other such topics. You will find a copy of this paper enclosed. I hope that it can help to clear up some of your doubts. Oh my gosh, I cannot read. Alright, one more, it's the new letter.
Which letter?
New letter. Dear Dark Knight Hero, the Knights of Favonius have stepped up the guard details throughout Mondstadt without making any major movements. The Abyss Order will not have noticed. I am scouting around Dragonspine. The monsters here are scattered and separated. Clearly, they haven't been assembled by the Abyss Order. There are no signs of enemy activity in the south of Mondstadt either. If you can confirm that the other locations are also free of monsters, we will be able to conclude that the Abyss Order has nothing to do with the recent ley line disorder. Alright.
Hey, there's another bunch of letters here. Diluc must have read these ones recently too. Which one shall we read first?
Yeah, let's read them in order. 2D. A storm is brewing within the Knights of Favonius. Varka's inner circle is preparing to investigate Irok and his henchmen, and is looking increasingly likely that Irok is about to get unseated from that high horse of his. You might not be too pleased to see this letter of mine, but I mean to get this news to you as soon as possible. You don't have to reply. So are these from Kaya, maybe? I don't know why I acted like I had to move.
Shall we read first?
This is fun. 2D. Even I was a little surprised that to hear that you decided to leave on a trip. Jean wanted to write and try to dissuade you, but I advised her against it. As for Varka, I don't think he knows that about this, otherwise he'd have probably sat you down for a talk. If you'd like to leave, do it now. The less the people know, the less goodbyes you'll have to say. Leave at night, too, so things won't be too saddening. Take care.
Hey, which one shall we read first?
2D. Some slightly bad news. Irok won't be quite so difficult to bring down after all. The Grandmaster's order to investigate has clearly dealt him a major blow, but I wouldn't call that the problem pulled up by the roots yet. The matter's been handed over to Jean's jurisdiction. She'll take care of this, I believe. Irok is an obstacle in her path in any case. Just sit tight and wait for the good news. Alright, now over here.
Another bunch of letters. Which one do you think we should start with?
4. 2D. Recently, a group of businessmen returned to Mondstadt. Word is that the reason for their return is a downturn in business. According to my observations, their employees are regulars at Angel's Share. These people can also be found out in the more dangerous parts of the wilds around the city. Now, a few of them were a little careless and even dropped some pages of their notes on the ground. I took the liberty of returning these sheets to Angel's Share. You know, out of the goodness of my heart. I think they might have something to do with you, seeing as how they were there. What? Seeing as how they were there. I also noticed that their notes were written in code. Information brokers, perhaps? Or some kind of secret organization? Whatever the case, it took quite a lot of effort to see those blurred out words. It took quite a lot of effort to see those blurred words with only one eye, you know. Don't worry, I'll keep this a secret. So yeah, these are definitely from Kaya then.
Another bunch? Which one do you think we should start with?
2D. Oh my, no sooner did you get back Then a mysterious character started popping up. I hear he's called the Dark Knight Hero. He has repeatedly fought off treasure hoarders and monsters in the Mondstadt area, and he's even attacked Abyss Order strongholds. So far, it seems like he is on Mondstadt's side, but the Knights of Favonius could never permit the existence of a vigilante. I get the feeling that the two of you would get along nicely. Why don't you find an opportunity to get to know him and give him some sage advice? You know, just so he doesn't get caught by the Knights. I'm like mocking him. There.
There are a few more letters here. Take your pick. Let's read one.
Alright, 7. 2D. Per standard procedure, the Knights of Favonius needs to take a statement from all relevant parties. Recently, the Knights of Favonius have received reports from a number of eyewitnesses claiming to have seen the Dark Knight Hero in the vicinity of the Dawn Winery. The Grandmaster has assigned the cavalry captain to this mission. As such, I will be paying you a visit in 3 days. He seems to think that our relationship can be improved if we're forced to talk in person. Don't worry, though, my lips are sealed. This will be nothing more than a formality. Anyway, 3 days' notice should be enough for you, I presume?
There are a few. Take your pick. Let's read one.
2D. The appearance of the Dark Knight Hero has indeed brought the Knights of Favonius some valuable time during the Abyss Order's last attack. This helped Jean convince the Knights of Favonius to stop focusing on trying to stop him. This will decrease the limits on the Dark Knight Hero's actions, but this doesn't mean that his situation will necessarily improve. Objects with too honed an edge tend to be damaged more easily. You, I'm sure, are aware of the great dangers that come with acting alone. That said, I would advise against such a course of action.
There are a few. Take your pick. Let's read one.
2D. I heard that the Dawn Winery did not suffer any damage. Likewise, the Knights of Favonius only sustained Likewise, the Knights of Favonius only sustained minor injuries and will recover quickly. However, an employee of the local merchant has gone missing, and their last known location just so happens to align with the Abyss Order's area of activity. The Knights have dispatched people to go to the rescue. Do be aware that the Abyss Order has become more dangerous as of late, even going so far as to organize multi-pronged defenses. Perhaps the Dark Knight Hero and the Knights of Favonius should team up. That might guarantee that things will go off without a hitch, Alright, that's it, I think. Man, I want more. Well, there's a lot to say. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, so sorry.
Too kind, you. There we go.
Flames! Purge!
Oh, there we go.
There. It's done. The ley line deposit will disappear before long.
All thanks to the power of teamwork. See, even Captain Pyro needs his trusty sidekick sometimes. It can't be Master D-Luke saving the day by himself every single time. Many hands make light work.
Sidekicks. It's been a long time since I last worked with others. It's not so bad. If the opportunity arises, let's team up again in the future.
Heck yeah.